we're taking a look at the subject recognition for the Sony A1. It kind of recognizes initially the body of the bird. There's a good sunlight on the bird's eye. If we zoom in, it's actually very nicely in focus. The lens here, we're using 2870 GM, which is very sharp. Yeah, it's on f2, pretty sharp. Okay, here the bird is in the shade. We're seeing the focus is on the tail and on the body. We can see the focus. Okay. And also A1 recognizes on the neck instead of the eye. Just showing that with the kit lens, we're not seeing the subject recognition on the A1, but we're still getting some pictures in focus. So this bigger square basically means tracking activated. And if you look at the bird, it's in focus. Yeah, this is also in focus. This is using the tracking. So if we go ahead and look most of the frames, the focus is on the front portion of the bird. Yeah, I think it was tracking on the body. At the time of A1's release, it was actually the best birding camera at the time. And yeah, but basically it was able to track the bird or the boy depending on the requirement. We're now on the A7V. Look at the details. Yeah, it's pretty good. It reverts back to the body. It couldn't find the eye and still gets on the body. Here it's very close. The camera is able to pick up the eye, but then lost the eye. The camera found the neck. So this bird able to pick up the eye, but only sometimes. So bird pretty close. Doesn't always find the eye. Yeah, I think this is probably with the 2470 GM. We'll see in the computer. This one just didn't focus. So when the bird got closer, it was actually able to pick up. One thing I found is that if we use a smaller area, then the AF is more likely going to find the bird instead of having some trouble finding it.
Okay, so let's take a look at the sharpness comparison between the A1 and A7V. On the left is A1, on the right side A7V. Shot on the same lens, which is 28 to 70 GM. We can actually see a little more detail on the stone the bird is standing on. If you look at the corner, I mean this lens at 5.6 is extremely sharp. We're able to see more details on the back, on the tree. I mean, I'm kind of really impressed with the low pass filter, how light it is actually affecting the image quality. For, I think this is like a tent at 50 millimeters. So you could actually see a little bit more detail on the Sony A1. As a comparison, this is shot on 2870 version 2. I don't think this actually resolves more detail. I do feel like this kit lens cannot really satisfy the 50 megapixel on the Sony A1 GM lens versus the kit lens. There's a significant amount of difference in the micro contrast as well as the details. The bird flying, we could actually see here. It's mostly able to keep up the focus on the kit lens. I mean the zoom. The kit lens has I think XT linear focus motor. I think this is it has 2 of them. GM has 4 of them. So now we're gonna do some panning tests. Some angle for light pole. One is actually very nicely straight. And we keep panning. I think all the trees are actually skewed. Yeah, over here, the utility poles, and this pole. The A1, very impressive. And you can see people